Welcome back to the show.
The second best.
No, I'm the second best. Thank you very much. You're always looking stunning.
Oh, likewise.
Thank you.
Nice lapel mic.
Thank you very much. I worked hard on that. I was going to ask you about your fashion. Here's how I know that you're such a megastar, because you can rock utensils on red carpets. You're wearing,
the spoons.
You're wearing
I can play them.
A spoon. Yeah, look at that. Is that a spoon jacket?
Yeah, no, it's Ella Hodakova Larsson, who's a Swedish designer. I bet you knew that.
Yes, of course.
And yeah, no, so
I'm wearing her right now.
She uses found. Yeah.
I got the fork line. Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's okay. No problem. Yeah.
Slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is a little painful. Actually, hard to sit down.
Yeah, she uses found objects, so belts, spoons.
Yeah.
I bent those with my mind.
Oh,
yeah.
You're that talented. Here's another spoon fashion outfit.
It's a little noisy. But
yeah, exactly. I think we have a video of you wearing this because I was like, I bet you the audio people are just going like, I can't hear anything.
No.
Oh no, that's. I mean, how fun is that? Come on.
I have a real job.
That's really cool, though.
No,
is this her as well? Is this that designer?
That's her as well, yeah. But, journalists ask you, indiscreet questions. You just
jiggle and
wiggle,
yeah, exactly.
A little bit.
Is it difficult to wear this? Is it cold?
Well, actually, what you mean? Doing?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Well, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't have any idea. No.
No, but you wouldn't know from the.
Oh, you actually wouldn't, because
no, it's actually the spoons heat up. And so you get a thermal layer between you and the outside world. So it's
You're always onto something.
Search and rescue missions will probably be using Hodakova's designs.
You're such an interesting person.
Thank you very much. Is that the end of the interview?
Yes,
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Cate Blanchett, everybody. Take care. Thank you very much. No,
yeah,
that was my segue.
Please.
That was my segue into another interesting thing I know about you.
Oh,
which is
what, the second thing?
Is that I don't know that much. You have a little mystique around you, but
a little,
a lot,
which we're going to dispel.
Yes,
right here, right now.
Do you have chickens and pigs? Is that a recent?
I have chickens still.
Yes.
And I used to have pigs.
Uh-oh.
What?
No,
actually, no. It's not what you think. I don't eat meat much. I don't.
Okay, perfect.
So it was an exercise in vegetarianism. I thought if we had pigs, I would get the kids to bond with the pigs, and I would ipso facto turn my kids into vegetarians. And so my little one was a pig whisperer. He loved them. And then it was getting towards the end of their life, and I said, they were called Benson and Hedges because my husband said we're going to smoke them.
Oh my God.
No, we really worked. Wow. We really worked hard on the vegetarian thing. And then the kids, and in the end, the pigs died, and we turned them into sausages, and they were on the. It's awful. This is a terribly tragic story.
On Christmas, on Christmas morning, no less.
I can't tell you.
Merry Christmas, kids.
And then we had the sausages on the table, and I said, kids, this is Benson and Hedges, and they went. No, and the kids said, the pigs are up the top. And I thought, this is the moment. They're all going to be vegetarians.
Yes.
And they went, do we have any ketchup? No, it made me so upset.
I want to taste Hedges. I want to take
no.
Tracy's.
But I think maybe, they were slightly less dislocated. When you go to the supermarket, you have no sense of what you're eating.
Yeah,
At
where
least
they're
they
from.
did.
Now they know.
It was very distressing. But we have chickens who are very healthy, very well, very happy.
Yeah. I read a weird story that said that you once hypnotized one of your chickens.
I could hypnotize you.
You hypnotized me as soon as you walked.
No, you follow my finger. I love my chickens so much. This is apropos of how much I love my chickens.
Did I black out? Or This has been happening. How long has this interview been?
It's super important because it's like I wish someone would hypnotize me every morning. I get into the ice bath for my hypnotism, but you put your finger, Jimmy, and you follow them there to a point on the ground. You've got to go, okay? There. Yeah. And then once they're calm, then you can commune with them, and you pick them up and you hold them. Really? Yeah, and you can commune with your chickens. It's a very beautiful moment.
Wow, this is amazing. How do you learn that?
It's about going. A friend of mine taught me how to do it, and I read in a children's book in Australia. In Australia, I think there's a lot of, deep relationship with chickens. But no, I love my chickens very much. I can
good.
almost speak chicken.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Well, next
Yeah.
time I'm going to have you maybe see
Speak chicken.
We'll just prove that, yeah, and hypnotize a chicken on the show. It'd be great. Great television, yeah.
No, but I love them so much. I love them so much.
I want to talk about your projects. Thank you again for coming.
Not
on
my
the show.
chickens?
No, I want to. I
Okay.
already know about that. But let's talk about your limited series, Disclaimer. This is.
I love this term, limited series.
Mm-hmm.
You know when they say a child is limited or you're limited? It's like it's your limited series.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
it's a nicer way of saying.
Well, it was actually.
TV show,
I mean, it's
right?
Alfonso Cuarón, and so you know.
Alfonso Cuarón.
I mean, Roma.
he's
You know,
the
Children of
greatest.
Men. He's the greatest.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
One of the greatest.
Well, this
And so-
got like a 5-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film
I think it was
Festival.
6.5. It's become
Sorry,
a competitive
hey, who's
sport.
counting? Who's counting?
Apparently, people are.
Yeah.
You know, it really has
How
become
do
an
you?
Olympic
You can't
sport.
stretch it out, can you? You
Oh,
can't.
people can stretch it out. I mean, there's ways. I've been on stage with people who know how to. I just run the other way as soon as people start clapping. But
you get embarrassed.
well, no. I mean, it's great. We were so grateful for the response because it was
Yeah.
really positive. But it's a
6.5
long time
minutes
to
to
stand
stand
there.
and clap.
Yeah, as a
Well,
standing
yeah.
clap, your
I guess-
hand gets sore.
Yeah, it's never happened
I hand
to me.
out, hand balm and moisturizer. to people.
Yeah, because you're clapping too much. Yeah, exactly.
But no, but he wanted to make film or cinema for the small screen.
Yeah.
So it was a real,
course he can do
he's
it.
never made serialized television before, so it was a real adventure with him.
How do we? What do we tell everyone what Disclaimer is about?
Well, you know what a disclaimer is. It says that, it's like we don't accept any responsibility. People living or dead don't resemble anyone, who is in the thing. So
Yes,
this
of course. So
character I play, who is a journalist, a documentary filmmaker, who is an unassailable sense of, authenticity and respectability. She receives this book that seems to be about her life, that has a disclaimer that this is really about you. And so it's a hand grenade that's thrown into her life where this deep, dark secret that she's kept hidden from herself and her family comes back to sort of
this
explode her life into
Fictional
bits and
character
pieces.
actually is you. Is about
Yeah,
you.
it's not me.
No, of course not.
No, I'm totally upfront.
Yes.
I have no secrets.
No. And Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
Love Kevin Kline.
I love Kevin Kline so
I was at a restaurant once. I went there
because Kevin Kline was there.
I heard he was there.
He was really creeped out and he left.
He left. He split. Yeah, he hypnotized me on the way out. No, I went there and I went to this restaurant by myself, and because I was at a hotel next door, and I just went to this restaurant and I was there by myself. And he came over and he goes, "Hey, Jimmy." And I go, "Oh my gosh, Kevin Kline." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You okay? Everything all right?" I go, "Yeah, I'm just eating by myself." He goes, "Well, I'm here with my family, and you're making us sad. Do you want to just come eat with us?" I go, "Okay."
He's a great guy.
So I went and had dinner with Kevin Kline and his family. It was awesome.
Oh,
It was
wow.
The kids, everybody, yeah.
Wow, that was
Phoebe.
Do you do that all the time? You just go by yourself and hope to meet famous people who you admire?
That's how we met.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your new movie, Rumors? This is a totally different thing. This
This is-
also got a standing ovation.
I did.
Everything you do gets standing ovations. You have to stop doing that.
I've got to buy so much hand cream.
But this,
It's really, I know.
But this one, tell everyone what this one is about. This is a totally
I
different
know, it's
thing.
Guy Madden. If you don't know his work, he's one of the most influential kind of underground Canadian filmmakers who works out of his garage in Winnipeg. But he's made this film about the G7, and every year they meet in a different location, have a cultural experience and a theme in order to solve the world's crises. Climate change, anyone. Global displacement, and they
Yes.
come up with these pat responses. So it's satirical without even doing anything about it. But the theme of this particular one is regret. And I said to him, why is it called Rumors? And then he started talking about this Fleetwood Mac album.
Absolutely.
Where they all broke up, and
Yes.
every single song was about,
Yes.
a regret and a fact that, an undisclosed kind of terrible tragedy in a relationship.
Yeah.
So he used that, like every single member of the G7 is going to retire in the movie, and they all had these regrets, and a lot of them are sexual. So
Yeah.
there we go. It's like an
smart,
episode of
it's funny, it's
Scooby-Doo
everything.
and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to show a clip. Here's Kate Blanchett in Rumors.
I
Take a
play
look.
the German Chancellor. Yeah.
I think that's good. The line about women and minorities.
Too often they get forgotten.
Should we say a little something about the private sector? Nothing major, just some words of encouragement.
Why did you follow me? What do you want?
Cate Blanchett, everybody. Rumors opens in theaters October 18th, and Disclaimer premieres October 11th on Apple TV+. Kate and I are doing something fun after the break with you guys. Stick around. Come on back.